you, where that is your food, where that is your nourishment, where you do not desire anything outside of what the purpose of the Father, is making available per time. So that is what we meant by saying it is important for us to understand that, kingdom matters. One of the things we see is that His will must be done on earth. So that means during those 40 days, what the Lord was teaching is, how to subject your will to that of the Father so that your will is expended, in executing the agenda of God on the face of the earth. So this is very, very important. And, we want to look into the class again. That class, like I said last week, we must get there. I personally would have felt so cheated if we couldn't, by the Spirit, decipher, the core content of that particular class. Because how can the Lord be here? The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords now in his post-resurrection, module and dimension, and he stood in a class for 40 days to do this intensive ministerial training program, this intensive capacity building program, and we can't be part of that class. Personally, I would have felt so cheated because I would have been wondering in my heart, what exactly was he telling them, in that class that, just was serious. Imagine, like we said last week, that was the first time the Lord was having a 40-day-long convention or training program or ministerial training program. So that means in the New Testament, I need to do this now. So you understand when I say New Testament, it's just within the context of what we're saying. That was the first time a ministerial training program happened, and it lasted 40 days. So that means we're saying that interface is very, very important, because you could also see that over there was also a question and answer session where they asked him question that would you this time restore again a kingdom unto Israel, and so on and so forth. So it was a very wonderful time they had with the Lord there. And the beautiful thing about the Holy Spirit is that just one statement there began to give us clues into the discussion and the course content of that powerful Bible school or powerful ministerial capacity building program the Lord had. It interests you within those 40 days. He didn't heal any sick. He didn't raise any dead. He didn't stop the ears of any deaf. His emphasis for those 40 days was on these men, that by the grace of God, he was commissioning to begin, the enterprise that is called ministry. So that means we also need to go back to that class, by the grace of God. That class is still active, is still alive, and that's why the Lord dropped clues. So he was talking about things pertaining to the kingdom of God. And I gave us, a clue. And look at the clue I gave us. That means all you need to do, and that's what by the grace of God, if the Lord permits, we're going to do next week. I will get into more parables, because you see, every parable the Lord gave when he said the kingdom of God is like this, they are direct pointers